Okay, you guys. So I'm gonna give you guys a moment to get on here, and we're gonna have some real talk conversation. You guys, I just got done cooking um crawfish etouffee. So my kids are stuffing their face. I was gonna cook some hush puppies, but I have some garlic toast in the freezer. I may cook that later today, you guys. I cooked like 2 pounds of the stuff. So let me go on mute, you guys. Just give you guys a moment to get on, and then we're gonna get into some conversation. Okay, you guys. So did you guys see that non-black woman who got on TikTok and called out black men who date out, who have to constantly put black women down? This is something that I've noticed with a lot of these non-black women who date out. You guys sat down and you hyped up black men, by telling black women that we didn't know how to treat a black man and that you guys were better qualified to deal with black men. And black men got out here and they hyped you guys up by telling you that you were better than black women, better lovers, better mothers, etc., etc., etc. So now that this non-black woman has got online and has exposed what black women like me and others were saying, now you have black men confused about why or our so-called preferences coming on out and really saying the quiet part out loud. At the end of the day, black men, nobody is going to respect you if you do not respect yourself. You black men have been sitting down, you have been talking crap about black women, you've been putting other races of women on a pedestal. And now that these other races of women out here are starting to see what black women like me have been saying, this is only confirmation that what we have been saying, other races of women are starting to pick up on it. So this just proves that when you guys get out here and you date out, you're not really dating out for love. You're dating out because you hate black women. Because you have to constantly tear down black women to be with these other races of women. Instead of you just getting out here dating these other races of women, you just can't do that. You can't do that. Because you constantly have to tear down black women to date these other races of women. And other races of people are starting to pick up on what black women have been saying. And you non-black women who date out, now you have to wonder if the black man that you're with actually likes you and cares about you the way that he is putting on, or is he with you because he hates black women? You guys, I have black men who come here and deliver things to my house, like delivery companies, UPS, USPS, Walmart delivery, Instacart delivery, DoorDash, Uber Eats, whatever. And I can tell that a lot of these black men absolutely hate, and I mean they absolutely hate black women. I can tell you black men who hate black women because you have to constantly, and I mean constantly remind black women how better other races of women are. You guys get out here, you level up these other races of women, but you will not level up the black women that have been there for you in your corner, who have supported you and so on. You will get out here and take care of a non-black woman's children over taking care of your own children. So black men right now who are taking care of Becky's children, and they're not taking care of the children that they have with black women. So you got out here and you made black women to be a baby mama, but then you turned around and you married the snow bunny. You married the snow bunny after you put black women down. And a lot of you who are walking around here with non-black women, you have to constantly dangle this in black women's faces. You know, look at me. I got landed me a non-black woman. And you're not telling me that all of these beautiful melanated sisters out here, you can't find one quality black woman that you can have a family with. And then when things don't work out with you in these snow bunnies, you're ready to come running back to the black community looking for a black woman to deal with you and your biracial kids. After you ruin black women, you get out here and you play around in the snow like Tevin Osborne did. And then when situations happen, you ready to run back to the black community. These days of black women being there for you black men is over. We did not march for Tevin Osborne, and we're not going to march for any more of you moving forward. I mean, I actually stopped caring about you black men after the Trayvon Martin case. And then that other guy who was talking crap about black women, I forgot his name. And then his Asian girlfriend, y'all know who I'm talking about. His Asian girlfriend didn't even step in to support him and his funeral, just like Tevin Osborne's baby mama, because that wasn't his wife, did not support him at his funeral nor his family and wants nothing to do with her biracial children. So this is what you black men are doing. You guys get out here, you pedestalize these other races of women, you shit on black women, and then when things happen to you, you're ready to turn to the black community. Everything that you Negroes complain about with black women, you get out here and you find that in other races of women. You have no problem accepting that. You know, you call black women fat and bald-headed and this and that, but then you turn around and you get with these non-black women who are out here trying to look like black women. You get out here and you marry these snow bunnies that are out of shape. And I know a couple of y'all, these snow bunnies that you're with, they don't even have high school diplomas, no college degrees, nothing going for themselves. But you turned around and you married them. You leveled them up. You put them in a 2-story house. Ask my uncle. Ask him. Because that non-black woman he married, she ain't got no high school diploma. She ain't got no college education. And what is she doing? She's doing janitorial work. But in order for him to marry her, he had to have money, just like all of you black men who get out here and you end up with these white women. You gotta have money. Because that's the only way you're going to deal with them. And you guys, my uncle, wife's family does not want anything to do with him. Because her whole entire family is racist. But he turned around and married her and was looking for acceptance from her side of the family. These people don't want nothing to do with him. And I don't know anything good about you black men who date out. Because I never hear these non-black women ever say anything good about y'all. Never. Every non-black woman that I know who dates you guys, all they talk about is how good y'all are in bed. That's it. But saying anything positive about how you're a good leader, a good father, a good role model, how you take care of your kids, how much they appreciate you. I never ever hear any non-black woman say anything good about you guys. And my auntie and uncle, who is a black man who's married to a non-black woman, I have never heard her say anything positive about my uncle other than how he is in bed with her. Which just further proves that these non-black women that y'all are laying up with, they just fetishize y'all. It is not a loving, healthy relationship where it is consistency of love. I never ever hear these non-black women call you black men kings. Black women are the only women who sit down and you guys call black men kings who have no kings. These black men that y'all are out here dealing with, if you're still out here dealing with, most of them don't own anything. They don't own land, they don't own houses, they don't own businesses. They're not doing anything productive in the black community. They're not doing anything productive in the black community. And all of you Negroes who date out, you don't benefit the black community. You have never benefited black women. This is why we don't care that you date out. The black men who are with black women, who are building black families and have black businesses and things like that, they benefit the black community. But you Negroes who date out, you don't benefit the black community. And this is why I keep telling black women, don't worry about the black men who date out. Because they're not benefiting anything. They're actually the black men we don't want. So this is why I don't have a problem when they date out. Because they were never checking for black women anyway. They always knew they wanted access to non-black women. They just had to find a way to get to these women. And divestment was their cue. When black women started divesting, was their cue to start getting out here dating out. But outside of that, black men, we don't care that you guys date out. We do not care that you guys date out. Because you were never checking for black women in the first place. You knew you always wanted to get with Maria and Ming Ling and Becky and Bakisha. You knew you wanted them over black women. Because you didn't have anything to offer to black women, especially black women who are educated, level-headed, have morals, have standards. You knew you couldn't measure up to them. So you had no choice but to get out here and date the non-black man's leftover. And the only black men who are having access to quality non-black women are the ones who have money. But outside of that, you black men are not even elevating these non-black women that you're with. You're not elevating them. You're not elevating them. Now look at the black women who date out. They're being elevated by their non-black man. And these black women are elevating the non-black men that they're with. I'm going to tell you guys something that I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing this black love, these black healthy relationships, these black marriages. And one of these days, I want folks who are in marriages with black men. If you are a black woman and you're married to a black man and you come across this channel, I want you to email me because I'm going to do a live and I want to hear about healthy black love relationships, marriages that can show black women like me that there is healthy love. And I may do this for people who are in healthy relationships. I know Indiana Mom is married to a non-black man. She comes across my channel every now and then. But outside of that, I really want to, and I know Tracy is married to a black man. I really want you folks who are in marriages with men to come to the front because I'm going to do a live where I want to hear from you guys about how long you've been married to your husband and so on and so on. And I'm making a point here because the reason why women are opting out of dealing with these men is because number one, we're not seeing enough healthy quality marriages of today. And I'm not talking about no marriages where you've been married to your husband for 5 or 10 years. No, 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 no. I need folks who have been married to their spouses for 20, 30, 40 years to come to the carpet. Because I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a decline in healthy marriages. I'm seeing people who have been married for 5 years divorce. They're not even lasting in 10, 15, 20-year marriages. You guys, I'm just not seeing the healthy marriages that will make people be excited about getting married. Because what I'm seeing women go a whole nother direction when it comes to love and relationships. And the reason why it's happening like that is because there's just not enough healthy quality men out here to be dating. That's what this is all boiling down to. Just like these black men who date out. These are not quality black men who date out, you guys. These are black men who have a deep-rooted self-hatred issue going on with them. And I notice every black man who dates out, you are dark-skinned. You are a dark-skinned brother out here dating a snow bunny. My uncle is dark-skinned. My cousin who's married to his wife in Mississippi is kind of dark-skinned. Every dark-skinned black man that I've seen is out here with a snow bunny. Now, black women like me, my skin complexion, black men love my skin complexion. But the issue that I have with you black men who are like this, when you go and you open up a box of chocolate, you're not going to get one kind. You're going to get different varieties of chocolate. And my thing is, if you love one piece of chocolate more than the other, that is self-hate. That's self-hate. Because chocolate is beautiful. Black is a beautiful skin complexion. And I love all of my dark-skinned sisters. Light-skinned, dark-skinned, caramel, it does not matter. But when you start separating black women in classes like that, that becomes a red flag to me. And that's what you black men are doing. You're separating black women based upon features. You don't like black women who have 4B, 4C hair. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, black men. I've been natural for 15 years, going on 16 years. And I've never been complimented by my afro by a black man. I've been confronted by a non-black man about my hair and how good it looks and how big it is, my afro, and you know how it smells good. And I'm always being complimented by my looks. because I have non-black men who love my looks and they love my eyes and they say that I have pretty eyes. I'm constantly getting told this by you men because my eye color changes. Don't piss me off because they can go from this almond light brown color to a whole different color. Do not piss me off. So why is it that these other races of men can see value in black women, but you black men can't see that? And I meditated on this, and I'm going to tell you guys what I think is going on. I think the reason why black men can't see the value in black women properly is because there is a veil over many of their eyes that causes them to not see black women right, spiritually right. But outside of that, you guys, I think a lot of these brothers out here are lost. Um, I think a lot of you black men are spiritually lost. I think that you guys have a deep rooted self hate issue, internalized hate. You think that black women are your property, and this has a lot to do with the patriarchal system and internalized issues that you black men really need, because really and truly all of you men need to heal from this. But you black men, I think you guys are really, really messed up psyche and psychology wise. I mean, I just got to be real. Um, I think you guys don't know how to love black women properly. I don't think you know how to communicate with the black woman, and that has a lot to do with a lot of programming that you black men have been conditioned to. White supremacy has taken a toll on you guys. Why you guys are out here with low self-esteem. You want to know how non-black women see you guys? They see you guys as low-hanging fruit. And you guys are just being nasty with these she-devils. And see, once you start laying down black men with these white women the way that you guys are, you start transmuting energy. And you guys have been transmuting energy between you and these she-devil snow buttons. And once you are hooked like that, then you're no good for nobody. And this is exactly what's going on with you black men. These non-black women have laid down with you and you played around in them and things like that. And your energy is just not right. So when I look at a lot of you black men, I can tell that you've been out here playing around with these white women. Your energy is not right. Your aura. I have a cousin, you guys, who's been laying around with this non-black woman. And his whole entire energy has shifted. He don't care nothing about his black children. He don't care about nothing else black culture. And all he doing is running around laying up with this white woman. And she got his mind all messed up. And I noticed that these black men who continuously keep laying down with these non-black women, your whole entire personality, your whole entire or everything shifts when you've been with these non-black women. And when I look at black men who will not touch, because I know black men, they will not touch white women under any circumstances. These particular black men, you can tell that they're really firm in their black culture and identity. But for the rest of you Negroes out here who date around, and I'm not talking about where you had one little experience and oh, I realized I don't want to do this with non-black people. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about you black men who are out here really, really laying down with these non-black women. You guys really, really, you have really lost your identity. Like, I don't even know who half of you black men even are. And when I look at you and I look at your aura, it is not right at all. It's not right at all. You guys really, really have lost yourself. You lost your identity out here laying up with these non-black women. And then you expect black women like me to deal with you, and we're not going to deal with you. We're not going to deal with you. So what am I saying, black women? I'm saying that y'all need to let a lot of these black men go who date out, because I think a lot of these black men are lost, and we're on the Trump's America, and we're at a point right now where a lot of these black men are getting ready. They're gonna lose their lives fooling around with these non-black women. You know, and I would tell you, black women, if you still want to get out here and date black men, I would tell you to be very, very careful laying up with these black men who have been out here laying around with these non-black women, because you don't want to intertwine your energy in with these black men who have been laying up with these white women. And if you're going to date a black man, I would strongly encourage that you date a black man who has not been out here sleeping and dating around with these white women. And this is for spiritual reasons. And yes, black men are going to lie and say they've never been with a white woman, but they're lying. My advice to you ladies would be, like I said, you guys need to be careful getting out here dealing with a lot of these black men who are out here dating around. Because a lot of them have been out here intertwining themselves, these non-black women, and now they want to lay it with you. And for spiritual reasons, you guys cannot be out here sleeping around with all these different people. I told you guys that. Because soul ties are real. And you getting out here sleeping around with these different men, you like I said, you will latch on to some energy out here that's not going to be good for you. My advice would be all of you who want to still deal with, black men, you guys need to be careful who you intertwine your energy with. Because a lot of them, like I said, they've been out here laying over with these non-black women, and now they're ready to come back home because the chickens have come home to roost, and they're expecting for you guys to be there with open arms and deal with it after they've been out here playing around with these non-black women. And I can tell what black men have been out here laying around with these non-black women, because your energy will be totally different. And there are certain women out here who can tell which one of y'all have been out here with these women. You may think we can't tell, but we can tell. So this is why it's important that you guys don't get out here sleeping around with different types of energies and men out here. You know, it's just going to be important that you guys know who you're laying down with and not sleep around with different energies. These men are going to lie. They're going to tell you that they have not been out here sleeping around, and they have been. You guys need to protect your energy, know who you're dealing with out here. Stop sleeping around out here, because transmuting energy is real. Destiny swapping is real. And I would encourage you black women who still want to date black men, you guys need to deal with black men who don't date out. And all these other black men, just let them go. Let them go. Let them go and protect yourself. Give me a moment, you guys. I could probably shut you back. Getting everything cleaned up here. So it's been a while since I cooked this, you guys. I just felt like cooking it. My intentions was not to cook 2 pounds of this stuff because I didn't know if my kids really cared for it. So I did not make it hot. Because when I cook anything seafood, you guys, look, y'all know me. I cook Cajun Creole. I got to have my seasoning in anything that I cook. And that's the other thing, you guys. These black men do not have the luxury of having these snow cooks. They don't have it. I'm not saying that there's not non-black women out here who can't cook, but a lot of these non-black women are not going to cook for these black men the way that they need them to. I was talking to a black man and he was telling me that he had to do all of the cooking because the white woman he was with, she couldn't cook shit. She couldn't cook worth of shit. And he had to do all of the cooking in their house because she couldn't cook. And when he got out from work, he wanted his food cooked a certain kind of way. So back in the gap, he would come to my house and get a home cooked meal because he knew how I cook. And he preferred my cooking over how his wife cooked. And one of these days, yeah, this was like 10, 15 years ago. And one of those days, his wife was catching on to him always constantly not being at home. And she started to feel some type of way. She started questioning where he would be going when he would leave the house. And he would be in my house and other people's houses getting food because she couldn't cook. So a lot of these men that deal with these non-black women, a lot of them can. They still miss that homey feeling with black women. Because these women that they deal with can't cook. just letting you guys know, like I said, you guys are gonna get out here and the things we deal with black men, like I said, you guys need to be careful laying up with these black men who date out. You guys need to be careful with that. We know that a lot of you are still going to deal with them. Regardless of me warning. You guys. So hopefully you guys can still hear me. I was just cleaning up, you guys. Me cooking that just took a toll on me, you guys. And I already even told my kids I'm not cooking nothing else in here, you guys. I was 2 pounds of crawfish etouffee that I cooked. Yes. And I was gonna cook some hush puppies. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I didn't even feel like cooking that. Now I had just cooked a big old thing of spaghettis last week. What I cook today? This is today and tomorrow. Because how I cook, I don't cook every day, you guys. I cook every other day. And it's looking like I'm having to cook twice a week. So when it comes to how I cook, I have to have seasoning in my food. I have to taste seasoning in my food because if it's not seasoned, I'm not gonna eat it. And here in the South, we gotta have our Tony Satcherins, we gotta have our Morton seasoned salt. Look, I gotta have my Louisiana seasoning. And see, I don't use that seasoning, that you get in the frozen section. No. I go and I buy my bell pepper, my celery, my onion, and I put things up and I cook it. So I had to add some of that in my food. And $30 worth of crawfish tails had to go in this stuff. Oh, no. Y'all need to put this up. Not today. Not today, baby. $30 worth of crawfish went into this. And I didn't go and buy the crawfish tail. I didn't go and buy the whole crawfish. I didn't have time to be dealing with all that. I could have went that route, but I didn't do that. Um, Luckily they had something. And there was this company that I use, the seafood company that I use for like all my seafood and everything, and I went and got it through there. And everything came out great, you guys. And this is how I cook. If I'm not cooking Creole Cajun, I'm cooking soul food. And I'm talking about mustard green, cabbage greens. I'm talking about smothered pork chops and gravy with candied yams, which I was going to cook. And see, I make my own roux. I don't use that gravy out the pack. I make my own roux when I cook like that. And my cornbread. And I bought some hush puppies. And my intentions were to deep fry them along with what I cooked and do, some corn. I didn't feel like doing that, you guys. And I could have fried some catfish, but I didn't feel like doing that either. So when these men talk about, these women don't know how to cook, they're lying. Yeah, we know how to cook. We're not cooking for you men like that. I'm not gonna be cooking for no man that's not my husband or who is not taking care of me. No, I don't do that, you guys. I don't pour into nobody. Look, that's not pouring into me. I'm just not doing that. Yeah, we ladies, women like us, we know how to cook, but we're not gonna sit down and cook for you men. No, we are not going to sit down and cook for you guys. I don't just randomly cook for men like that. So you looking for a wife, chef, and all that? You got to get that from somewhere else. So you guys, the next thing I am gonna cook is I'm gonna cook some seafood fettuccine, seafood rotel. So instead of me using ground meat, I'm gonna use seafood to make the rotel dip. I'm gonna use shrimp and I'm gonna use crawfish shells to make it over. And instead of me using, because normally what you would use is, well, you if you make regular rotel, you just use the chips. But in this particular situation, I'm going to use some kind of noodles to do this with. I normally use my peanut noodles when I'm making seafood, the rotel dip. So I got all these different ideas in my head of what I'm gonna cook and all this stuff here. And like I said, these men they swear up and down that women don't know how to cook. Yeah, we know how to cook, but we not about to be cooking for you men like that. Oh no. What I might do, I might go ahead and cook those hush puppies. And I could have made some up and did seasoned cornbread hush puppies, but you guys, I'm getting kind of lazy these days. This is my rest period because I have a busy week with everything going on, and I try not to overexert myself, you guys. What these men don't understand is women in the South, we know how to cook. And see, we cook from scratch down here. I don't cook on no box. Even down to my red beans. They have to be a certain kind of red beans, you guys. And I'm talking about in that pack. They're called camellia beans. Those are the only red beans that I will ever cook. You bring me anything else, I am not going to cook it. Everything has to be a certain type of way when I'm cooking. So, see, women, women like me, when my sisters were out here entertaining boys, I was in the house learning how to cook. Watching my grandmother cook for my grandfather. Even for Thanksgiving, you guys, I cook straight from scratch. My dressing is done from scratch. My spaghettis are done from scratch. Everything is done from scratch. Everything. That's just how I cook. Even down the pies, cakes, 7-Up cakes, upside down pineapple cakes. I know how to do all that. Popcorn balls, Harleen candy. That's how women down here in the South cook. So all of you men who swear up and down, women don't know how to cook. Women need to get back in the kitchen. What it is, you men don't know how to cook, and you're waiting on women like me to cook for you. And one thing about me, you don't know how to cook, don't approach me. You don't know how to cook, do not approach me. Because ain't nothing I can do for you. And that's what these black men are missing, black women, because they're with these snow bunnies that don't know how to cook, and they're not being fed. They're not being fed physically or spiritually. And they're trying to find something in these other races of women that they're not going to find. They're not going to find it. And that's what that non-black woman was exposing. There's nothing wrong with you getting out here dating. But if you're going to do it, go about doing it the correct way with dignity and integrity. And a lot of you black men don't have that. I mean, look at how you act online. Look how you act online. And you think black women are going to deal with that? And like I told y'all, I'm down here in the South. We will see, we will have your ass walking backwards. You're not going to know your front from your back. And Lord knows, don't piss us off out here. And we got to cook for you. Because you'll really be messed up. You'll really be messed up. Hey. You'll really be messed up. So you guys, I'm going to get off of here. Now I feel like making a cake. And I think I got some banana extract in there. I might make a lip bunt banana cake. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Now I feel like some cake. Let me get off here because see, I'm in this kitchen and I'll be sitting up here thinking about all what I can cook. And next thing you know, I'll be having this stuff delivered here cooking it. Now y'all know I cooked gumbo last month. As hot as it was, I cooked gumbo. So I normally cook that when it's cold, you guys. And I have one of those big tall stock pots that I cook it in. Then I have a big Dutch pot. And everybody here in the South has a cast iron skillet. So that's where I cook all of my stewed meat and everything in, you guys. I mean, even my dishes have to be right. Pyrex dishes, I'm addicted to them in mason jars. So if my ex knew that I cook spaghettis, he'd have been here to get him a bowl of. So, you guys, I'm going to get off of here. But y'all go check out Sheila's video. And I think a couple of Black women on here were talking about, you know, this non-Black woman coming out calling Black men out. I thought it was quite interesting. I thought it was quite interesting, you guys. So you guys definitely go check out the video. Y'all have a good weekend, and I will see y'all in the next one.